Hello YouTube and welcome to another poker video, and in today's video we are going to be winning our new biggest buy-in poker tournament so far on Ignition Casino, a 30 plus $3 tournament. It's going to be the second screen and it's another knockout, so we're going to get to collect bounties along the way. We entered a little late in the first hour or so. It was mostly small pot poker. We ended up losing half of our stack, top pair versus trips. But we're gonna face a raise, and you don't love it, but we're gonna go with the ace 10 against the ace 4. Love to see it. We lose little chips playing a raised pot with pocket sevens. With king queen off, we decided to call the under the gun raise. A lot of action at the other tables as well. We call and we end up flopping trips. The pre-flop raiser ends up checking, so we're gonna go ahead and bet this. Trips is a pretty good hand. He's gonna end up basically raising us all in with pocket aces. Man, that's brutal. I don't know why you go for a check raise in that spot. I don't think you're ever getting called by worse. Now that we got that double up stack, we can start playing a little looser, trying to push the short stacks around. And yeah, you should never go for a check raise with aces on boards where it's like trips with like kings or queens, especially multi-way. Because the odds that your opponent has the trips are not that low. Anyway, we flop a middle pair, and with middle pair, it's good to just check back, keep the pot small. You don't want to play for stacks with middle pair. And sometimes you might just turn two pair. Now we actually love our hand. We're hoping he has top pair. He's going to bet again. Are we going to go all in, or is this just a call? We're going to go all in, putting him on the king pair, hoping to get the stack. This next spot is not a fun one, because also we are not quite in the money. We do call quick, but it's a tough spot because ace-jack suited, you know, it loses to quite a bit of hands. And especially aiming towards the bubble-ish, your opponents are going to have a lot stronger hands if they move all in. It's probably call or fold either way with the ace-jack suited. But back to a short stack, we're going to all in the ace 10, and we'll watch this all in with king 8, and we get wrecked. I decided to move all in. It's not the greatest hand, but you do have an ace still. Luckily, a lot of the stacks behind me are not doing so hot either. It's a lot scarier, but especially in these bigger buy-ins on the bubble. Not that we're like on the bubble, but nearing the bubble, you can get away with a lot more. We're going to raise king jack, and it's going to go 4 ways. It is a good flop to go ahead and c-bet 4 ways. You don't want to c-bet too much 4 ways. This guy's just going to lead out all in on the jack. Don't love it, but we just turned top pair. Like, I ain't folding that. And he has jack deuce. I don't know what he was doing. It's going to limp to us with 10-8, and we're going to see this action. And you got top pair, but it's an easy fold. Even though it's a limped pot, people will try to limp trap you with big hands. It happens to me all the time. More in these bigger buy-ins. Not as much in like the micro. It'll happen to me in the micro roller too and stuff like that, but more in these bigger buy-ins. It happens a lot more in these bigger buy-ins. This spot is a really good all-in spot, but nearing the money, we're gonna go. You can just call with king queen suited, especially in position. Like I said, it's a good all-in spot, but we're gonna try and just call so we can not bust. Take a flop. Checks around all the way to the river, and this guy ends up, the pre-flop raiser bets the queen, which he can definitely have ace queen, so I'm just gonna call, and now our stack's looking better. My screen recorder ended up messing up, so now we are actually really deep in this. Maybe like 16 left. And the blinds are really big, so this is an easy all-in. I'm going to warn you too in the 2 final table video coming up that the footage we might have missed some of that footage too. We actually won 2 tournaments on this night, but I completely missed the other one. We won the Hyper Turbo as well. But yeah, we're going to double up the ace 7. He decided to gamble with Jack 9. All right.
Come on. Oh my god.
Yeah, we end up having a crazy hand happen. And also don't worry, we got the rest of the footage, so all the final table is gonna be in this video. We're gonna pick up pocket kings. We move all in over top of a raise and get called by ace jack. We also picked up a bounty in the last hand, so we've only gotten 2 bounties. I might have gotten the other one earlier or in the lost footage, not sure. We decided to raise ace jack under the gun, and this is the second hand that the big stack has re-raised us. I didn't show the other one because we just folded, but now someone is all in, so I'm going to try to call, and he might check down quite a bit. Ace is nice. No, whenever it's someone is already all in and there's no side pot, there's no reason to bet. We have an ace. We're going to just check it down and win our 3rd bounty and some chips from the chip leader to become the new chip leader. This next hand, we raise ace 9 suited from the button, and the bigger stack is gonna call. Pretty dry flop, but we flop top pair, so we're just gonna do a range bet. Basically a bet that we can do with all of our hands in our range. And this is kind of a pot control-ish type of line I've been taking recently, quite a bit. So you can just check the turn and then call the river, and if he's got a better hand, you just lost the minimum. No reason to make the pot too big in those kind of flops with just the top pair, especially without a kicker. Right away, we pick up another nice hand to raise, king jack. We will raise, and we will get called by the big blind. Flop top pair. Now this spot, there's a flush on the board, so it's not as much of a range bet. This is a bet I would make with top pair, sets, flush draws, jack 10, maybe some ace jack and ace 10s with a backdoor flush. He's going to call. And should we bet again? We're going to pot control some more. And this is not a bad hand to call with again because we have the straight blocker and the flush blocker. Is he going to bet? Easy call on the river. And if he had a better hand, we would have lost the minimum. No reason to play these giant pots. 7 left. All right, ace queen, we got a big hand, especially 5-handed. Yeah, some of the other people have fallen. We are still here. He's going to do a min click and a call. You already know what's up. We're going to have to all in this. He's going to snap call. The cold caller is going to fold. He has king jack. We have a better hand. And we hit the queen for safety. Safe measures. And we're going to get another bounty. On this hand, the small blind limped in and checks the flop, so we decide to do a little bet on the flop to try to get him off. But we're going to turn a 10, and we're going to river another 10, and he's going to come out betting pot. We're going to go all in. He's going to have a better 10. That sucked. We end up slowly losing a big chunk of our stack. And it's a bunch of small pots. Another person gets eliminated down to 3. Middle pair on a monotone board is not your favorite hand. We'll call 1 bet as he has been bluffing. And yeah, we're going to call. I don't think he would check the turn with too strong of a hand. We kind of just kept doing a bunch of bluff catching, trying to keep the pot small. Kind of like in that hand. Didn't show the whole thing, so I'm running out of time. Eventually, this guy ends up going all in, and he calls. We're just going to fold. Lots of equity, but yeah, player 70 is gone. Now it's time to play this tough heads up. We might not have the chip lead, but we feel pretty confident, as we've seen in some of the other hands. I didn't show all of them, but we were bluff catching this guy all final table. We decided to do the range bet again on the ace-10-5 flop with a backdoor and a gutter. We hit the gutter. He's going to lead out. We're just going to move all in, hoping he's got something here. Maybe a jack-10. He calls. And the straight is good. Let's go. We keep him pretty down bad with the all-ins. We're going to try it again here. He's going to try to limp 7-4 suited, and he's just going to donk it off here. We don't even... Oh, man. I was going to say we didn't even need the straight, but he's got luck on his side. I really don't want this one to go how the dozen went. That was brutal. We're just going to all in the pocket twos. He calls, he donks it off again with 8-9. And yep, there it is. New biggest win. The total was 1,089. Okay, new biggest win buy-in wise. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe for more poker content. I am going to be uploading a bunch of videos this weekend. I'm also going to be playing a bunch this weekend, so don't miss out.